Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Izzy, the Chosen One. Back at it again with another YouTube video. Basically, today's topic: when are you going to take control over your life? When are you going to take control and finally lock in? Because you guys already know the great lock-in is coming. This is when all men, all ages are going to be locked in so deeply and concentrated that they finally become the men that they so desperately need to be. But ultimately, that's up to you. You gotta really want it. You need to want change. You need to want growth and development for your life, bro. Because nobody is gonna put in the work for you. That's why you gotta just focus in on yourself and lock in, so that when the time does come, you're already well established. Your life is in your control. Not anybody else is in control over your life. If you're not in control over your life, then there is no point in living it. Bro, these people are crazy drivers, bro. This guy is not even in the lane. Like, you definitely don't deserve a Mustang, bro. Please get from me. Why are you getting closer to me? Hold up. Weirdo. But yeah, guys, man. You can't just expect to be handed anything. You can't just expect to be born and know everything. You gotta learn. You gotta be out in the field, grinding heavily. See, man, I was just in the sauna, bro. I was just in the gym. I was grinding. That's what it takes to unlock that next level, so you can finally be successful, bro. But you gotta want it. You gotta want it. So when are you gonna finally let go of all these bad habits that's holding you back, taking you down? When are you finally gonna just let go of all of that and grow up? Because that's what you need, bro. You need growth. Staying the same is clearly not helping you. Staying the same is clearly not helping you. That's why you gotta lock in. You have to want it, bro. At the end of the day, you gotta want it. Nobody can want it for you. Nobody can want it for you at all. You gotta want this for yourself, bro. And ultimately, you can't do the things that you want to do unless you make a sacrifice. You gotta sacrifice time, years, so you can get the rest of your life, bro. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice 10 years in order to get the rest of your life. And if that's what it takes, then that's what it takes. But you gotta be willing to put in that sacrifice. put stumbling blocks in our own way and try to self-sabotage ourselves just because we're afraid of the growth. But once you finally stop doing that and you get the blessing that you're always meant to get, once you stop self-sabotaging yourself, that's when you actually start to have fun in life. But you got to get rid of that old mindset. That mindset, that negative mindset that's just dragging you down. That's the voice of the devil, my bro. You need to stop talking to the devil and start walking with God. Because God wants you to be an active player in his game. He don't want you to be just some side character. He wants you to be the main character. You the main character. This is your story, bro. This is your story. How are you gonna write that story? You're the author of your story. How are you gonna live your life in a certain way that's gonna be the coldest, most cleanest, most well-established version of yourself? Like we all want to be rich, bro. Everybody wants to be rich, of course. You gotta be crazy to not want to be rich. Absolutely crazy. But you gotta want to be rich, bro. You need it. You need to want to be rich. You just need that mentality. That go after it mentality. At all costs. At all fucking costs, bro. Because you're not putting in the work, sacrificing so much time just to get nothing out of it. You better get what you're owed. Because the rent is fucking due. The rent is due. The rent is due. And according to my calculations, you're not going to be able to pay that if you're sitting there doing nothing like a BITCH. That's why you gotta get off your fucking ass, bro. I'm here to tell you like how it is, bro. You gotta get off your ass and put that motherfucking work in. Because you already know nobody's gonna do it for you, my G. My brother, my dude. Nobody is gonna do this shit for you. So, with that being said, in order for you to fully grow and excel and get the things that you want in life, you gotta lock in and make the certain sacrifice. But how far are you gonna go into that? At the end of the day, it's all up to you, my bro. At the end of the day, it's all up to you. Anyways, YouTube, it's been your boy Izzy, the Chosen One. Hope y'all leave a like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Peace.